Hey everyone, welcome. We're so excited we're on tonight. This is our big reveal from the hashtag fruits. You've heard it, you've seen it all week long. What are we talking about? This is our awesome Stories Sell class. They've been hustling, they've been doing all kinds of really great things. If you haven't checked out their stories, please do so. They've all been tagged in this awesome video. So, what is our quote this week? And it is by Stuart Mill, and the quote is, all good things, which are the fruits of originality. So every person has taken their own spin this week and using that as inspiration and hashtagging fruits all week. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my good friend Kat. Kat, welcome to the call and thanks so much for being on tonight.
Hi, thanks for having me. So,
Absolutely.
all good things which exist are the fruits of originality. I always think about God because He was the original and He created us. So a lot of my posts this week were all things that came from Him, and it was the Word which gives us the fruits of the Spirit, but also fruits that grow on trees and fruits outside. And so I just really love it. I'm so grateful and thankful every day for the originality that He gave us, and try to go out there and be brave and share it with others. That's it.
Awesome. That's great. Thank you, Kat. And if you haven't followed her, she's got the most awesome posts and stories. So please follow her on the Zombie Life Diaries as well. She's amazing. All right, next up we have Wanda Kyle. Welcome, Wanda, with her beautiful American flag in the background. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. Can you tell us about your inspiration for this last week?
Thank you, Nicole, for having me. I'm going to follow up with Crazy Cat. Mine was kind of on the same line. God gave us all things, the fruits of the Spirit, the fruits of the earth, for us to take in. So we have to take in the fruits of the earth and the fruits of His love. And back to you, Nicole.
Oh, I love that. This is going to be a good one. See, isn't everybody totally inspired already? Thank you so much, Wanda. I appreciate you. And we're going to bring in our new student today. Thank you so much, Lori Kay, for joining us tonight. Welcome, welcome. Go ahead and unmute yourself. She's had some incredible stories this week, and we were so grateful that she's was partaking in this class. So welcome, Lori. Give us some.
Hey, hi, Nicole. Wow,
Hi.
I'm going to piggyback off Kat and Wanda. And all good things, which are the fruits of the originality, it really brought me back to our family. And so lots of inspirement, how God has given us so much through our families and created, our kids to look like us and such. And just really kept it down to the earth, as Wanda was saying, and the fruits of the earth and the fruits of the Spirit, and how God is the center of all of that. So back to you, Nicole.
Thanks, Lori. Great. Thank you so much. And you've had some beautiful posts with your family and grandkids today, this last week. It's been fun.
Thank you.
We have Miss Denise. Welcome, Denise. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Hi.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you. Good to be here. Okay, I took, I guess, like a same spin that Kat and everyone had, the fruits of the Spirit. God gave us, all things that we have, but so I think of it as a reward, the outcome, be fruitful and multiply.
Yes.
Something came out, all good things, fruits of my labor, things that outcome, the result of my labor was the fruit. So that was my take on it.
Thank you so much, Denise. And if y'all don't know, she owns a t-shirt company and creates incredible original pieces. And I loved your piece this week with the weights that said faith in between. It was awesome.
Thank you.
It was awesome. So this is a fun class for everybody doing all kinds of different things with their life. And we're so excited to have you, Denise. Thank you so much. Next up, we have Wes, who is our token male this evening. So thank you so much for being on every week and just giving us your best. I so appreciate you, Wes. Tell us a little bit about your inspiration this week.
So rub it in. Well, I want to welcome Sarah, Jessica, and Lori to our group. And all good things which exist are fruits of originality. Hey, you got me. And you, and you, and you, and you, because we're all original. Get any better than that? And everybody at the core, at the very core, every person is a good person at the heart. If you can get rid of all the stuff that's around them, everybody at the true center is good. So, you know, I kind of take that as that. I mean, hey, I'm original and I'm good. And so isn't everybody else. Yes, you can, right?
Yes, you can.
Back to you, Nicole.
Thank you so much. Coach West, who teaches an amazing mindset class called Yes, You Can. He's incredible. He's always bringing us some great things about mindset. So thank you, Wes. I appreciate you. Next up, we have Betty, who's always out at the farm with her horses, and we're so grateful for her and her input and her perspective. We just love you, girl. Welcome. Thank you so much for being on tonight.
Well, boy, follow up after all them is kind of tough, but I tell you what, the hashtag fruits has been fun for me this week. About a year ago, I started really just taking in fruits, because normally I would be like, nah, they're too expensive, I better not, you know. So, I mean, we might get an orange, you know, every once in a while, but I just stay away from them. But so I've incorporated that into my life, and you know, that's been awesome. But another thing about fruits that I was thinking is, I mean, they're beautiful. And I mean, just look on the internet for, you know, a bunch of pictures of different fruits, and it just makes you feel good. It makes you smile, you know, feel good on the inside from it. So that's kind of what I went off of, was just, you know, pretty pictures.
Absolutely. And your pictures were beautiful in her stories. If you haven't followed Betty yet, you want to do that. If you're not friends with her yet, become friends with Betty, because she's amazing. Thank you so much, darling. I appreciate you. Next up, we have one of our next new students, Jessica. Welcome to our class. Welcome to the reveal tonight. I'm so excited that you were on. And for a brand new student, her stories are looking amazing. That's my word for the year, apparently. Welcome, Jessica. Thanks so much for being on tonight.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I had a great time this week. Had fun with the fruits. And I'm pretty much like Kat, you know, fruit means to me that it comes from our creator. He's the original. And every truth that we need is in the Bible. And we get all our fruits from that. And also, just like fruits that he created is good for our body and our soul, just like that. All things good, and it's just amazing. Fruits are just amazing. And I just enjoyed it. I loved it. I really did.
Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate you, and thanks so much for being on. She's a busy mom, taking care of lots of things, and she found time to inspire you guys online. She's amazing. Amazing. All right, next up we have Leonora, who has the most beautiful skin on the internet. Love you, Leonora. Welcome. Thanks so much for being on tonight.
Thank you. Thanks, Nicole. I appreciate it. And I'm going to ditto as far as God being original and things of that nature. And so my posts were based on originality and developing the fruits of relationships, unconditional relationships, the fruits of my thoughts. So to meditating on my thoughts and things that are going to produce original ideals. So just I think the originality was a big piece for me, and to produce, and the originality to produce the fruit that God wants to produce through me. So that kind of was my take this week. And thank you for allowing me to share. Back to you.
You're welcome. And for those of you who don't know Leonora, she's actually quite talented and is not only models things, but she creates clothing. She creates all kinds of beautiful pieces. She's really inspiring. So follow Leonora and friend request her, because she's amazing, like all of us here on this call. All right, next up we have Coach Kiwi. Thank you so much, Coach. She comes to us with so much experience and love for God and people, and she's always looking to bring more positivity into the world through him. So thanks so much, Kiwi, for being on tonight. Please share with us your inspiration.
Well, I think it lined up this week with the study we're doing with the prayer of Jabez. So we're learning to take action, and through the fruits of our labor, like Denise is talking about, what we focus on multiplies, and when we don't multiply, things die. So we're here on earth to be fruitful, to produce, and that could be in any area of life. So when we're asking, we must take action, but we also must learn patience. And all that is fruit. And I love what Betty said about fruit being beautiful, because fruit is beautiful, but sometimes it can be mushy and ugly too. And that's all about our choices and the action we take. And then being original, we all have a different set of fingerprints. Isn't that amazing? It's a great word tonight, amazing. We all have unique fingerprints. God made us original, so go be original and go share his word and be that light to someone else. Be a blessing. Back to you, Nicole.
Thank you so much, Kiwi. I really appreciate you and your perspective as always. Next up, we have Ms. Kay Schnitzline. Thanks so much, Kay, who has the most amazing selfies every single week. If you're not following her and you are looking for some great ideas on how to get yourself out there, she is doing it all online. She's just, I won't even say amazing. You're amazing. Thank you so much, Kay, for being on. I appreciate you. What has been your inspiration this week?
Thank you, Nicole. Glad to be on this. I second what people are saying relative to we're original. We've been created that way. All of us are unique. I remember a preschool rhyme, you are unique and unrepeatable. Mm-hmm. And so what I create then is fruit. So to pay attention, be aware, what am I creating? And if you're creating frustration, then stop. But my determinants this week to create without knowing, okay, I'm gonna learn this. I'm gonna learn Zoom live interview. I'm gonna learn all these different things relative to stories. So it's creating when you don't know, and then I'm helping fruits happen.
Yes, you are.
So back to you, Nicole.
Thank you, Kay. If any of you are thinking about taking the stories class and you're wondering whether or not you're high-tech enough or if you can even get through something technological, but you want to build your influence online, Kay is an amazing example of that, and we're so glad to have her in this class. So thank you, Kay. Next up, we have Coach Nicole. Thanks so much for being on tonight. I can't wait to hear what you have to say.
Thank you. Well, I am doing amazing tonight, Nicole. And anyways, it's hard to go after this great group because a lot of awesome topics have already been discussed, and fruits of our labors, as Denise mentioned, and I heard again, is where I went and really loved, because there was an author who passed away this week, Toni Morrison. So I used to just devour like fruit her books. And so when we think about, authors creating things, J.K. Rowling creating the whole world of Harry Potter, and there was an originality to all of that. Nobody had created that before. Nobody had created those stories, and all those stories are inside all of us because God gave us that little bit of magic. Like Kiwi said, we all have these individual fingerprints, and there's a magic inside of each one of us that no one else has. And it's just about bringing that, juiciness to life in whatever we do. So thank you so much. Back to you, Nicole.
Wow. My spirit's jumping around. I even had goosebumps about what you said. Thank you so much, Noelle. I appreciate that. And I appreciate the inspiration, and certainly all of us having our own story, because it does need to be told. You all and your stories matter. So next up and last up, we have Sarah Kirschke, welcome girl, who's also a brand new student to Stories. So thank you so much for being brave and coming on tonight.
Well, thank you so much for having me. So all good things, which are the fruits of originality, that pretty much meant to me, following back off what Wes said. So we're born an original, don't die a copy. And that's basically my takeaway from all of this. And the last thing that grows on a tree, on a fruit tree, is the fruit. So we all want to recognize that things may take time, but to live our best life, we want to fully grow and basically, become the fruit of originality. And that's kind of what that meant to me. So that was my takeaway, and back to you. Thank you so much.
I just dropped the mic right there. Thank you so much, Sarah. That was amazing. So just summing up, everyone here has shared their thoughts, their inspiration for the week, and every single person brought something literally original to this quote, which is all good things, which are the fruits of originality. And all of you, as Wes mentioned, are good at the core. And those of you watching us who've been following us for a long time, find out what it is all about. This is an amazing class. And so are all of our inspiration. So everyone have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you all next week. Bye.